Hi, I'm Warren Schlichting with Dish. I know, you don't want to see me on TV, and I don't want to see me either. I'd like to update you on the status of contract talks between Dish and Hearst Television, the owner of your station. It is truly unfortunate that your channel continues to be blacked out. It means the system is broken. I and my team have been attempting to negotiate with Hearst since before they blacked out their station, but Hearst has refused. At this point, they won't budge from their last offer on March 1st, an offer that would double, let me say that again, double the price of their channels and make Hearst the highest paid local broadcaster on Dish. Imagine if you had one gas station in town and it just decided to double the price of a gallon of gas, the same gas you would have bought yesterday. That just doesn't happen in most of the real world, but that's what broadcasters are trying to do. It takes two willing parties to negotiate, and right now we are the only ones at the table. Hearst won't respond to our latest offer. As you may be aware, Hearst also blacked out millions of DirecTV customers in January. That ended when the two sides came to an agreement, and we've offered to take that same deal so we can get back to serving you. But they have refused. Every day we listen to you and to the frustration in your voices. And every day we ask Hearst to come back to the negotiating table. We remain hopeful that they will listen soon. I encourage you to help us as we fight for you against this media conglomerate by expressing your frustration to them directly. Call them and demand you be treated fairly. Tell them to bring back your channel. As I've said, if pay TV providers accept broadcasters' unreasonable demands, it is you who ultimately pays the price. We at Dish believe that it's important to fight for you in these situations. Let me say again that we want to serve you, and we want Hearst to end this blackout. I promise that our entire company will continue to work to reach a fair agreement. And by the way, we like hearing from you. I invite you to share your feedback at dishpromise.com, where you can also find alternative ways to watch your shows. As always, thank you for being a Dish customer, and thank you for your support.
When you look up in the sky, do you see a bird, a plane? No, it's something much more expensive, the airwaves. These days, the broadcasters own them, and they're worth billions. How much do they pay for this lofty privilege? Zero. Nothing. And yet, they keep wanting to charge you more and more for the same programming you were getting for free before. For a long time now, people have complained about their TV bills going up. But do you know where much of that increase goes? Yep, to the broadcasters. You know, the ones that paid nothing to begin with. Of course, it didn't used to be this way. Once upon a time, Dish and the broadcasters worked together. Dish brought broadcast stations to customers who otherwise couldn't get them over the airwaves. We paid all the costs involved and in turn charged a small fee for each channel from our customers. But eventually, Congress passed laws that allowed the broadcasters to charge Dish fees to carry their supposedly free signals. As these fees continue to rise, it's you, the viewer, who suffers the most through higher monthly costs. And as long as the government allows this, the broadcasters will continue to charge whatever they want, or else. Yes, broadcasters have already begun threatening to take their channels off of Dish unless they get what they want, higher rates from us. It's no coincidence that this usually comes before a big television event or premiere, knowing this would inconvenience you the most. They may run ads suggesting you switch from Dish to a different TV provider, knowing full well that those providers are stuck in the same boat, paying fees to the same broadcasters. And once again, it's the viewer that pays the price. We think that's simply not fair, and we're not the only ones who complain. News outlets and consumer advocacy groups from all over the country have stated that the system is no longer working for you. So when it comes to the airwaves, remember who it is that owns them and who's calling the shots. Do broadcasters really need more of your money? Call Congress and the FCC to tell them to change the outdated TV rules.